April 9th, Saturday morning. 13 members of QSI International School of Bratislava's Habitat for Humanity Club met in the Bratislava Central train station. Since September, the starting of school year, Habitat Club members worked really hard to meet the deposit required to go on the build trip. They had at least one bake sale each month, and they also held various fundraising activities and events throughout the year, with dedication of meeting twice a week. Habitat for Humanity is a Christian non-profit organization dedicated to the cause of eliminating poverty housing. Habitat organization has built and renovated more than 35 million homes worldwide, providing simple, decent, and affordable shelter for more than 1.75 million people. In Macedonia, homes of many families can often be described as miserable. Thus, in April 2005, Habitat for Humanity Macedonia formed a partnership with a local microfinance institution to establish the Home Improvement Fund to provide microloans for reconstruction and renovation of the substandard housing in Macedonia. And finally, the time has come for the Habitat team of QSI to leave for the journey. The team decided to take the train instead of airplane because it costs much lower. They were supposed to stop in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, and take the overnight train to Skopje, which is the capital of Macedonia. The train was supposed to arrive at 9:15. Trapped in the train for 12 hours and after being delayed for more than 1 hour, Habitat team finally arrived to Belgrade. Of course, their train to Skopje has already left. Mrs. Zarek, the team leader, in wondering if there's any more train leaving at that night. But since there wasn't any, they decided to stay one night in the train station hotel and leave the next morning, by train leaving at 7:15 a.m. April 10th, Sunday. The train ran for about 11 more hours and finally arrived to Skopje. Habitat team immediately got on the van that's headed to Veles, where the build site is. Veles is located in the center of Macedonia. It is predominantly an industrial town, and it has always been an important trading center. It is also where the Habitat for Humanity Macedonia project is held. The team arrived to the hotel that they are going to stay for another 5 days. April 11th, Monday, 9 a.m. It is the first day of the Habitat team in the build site. They are going to be working together with the American International School of Paris team, which is also dedicated to come all the way from France to Macedonia. These houses are the ones that the two teams are going to be working on. The construction of 4 buildings of apartments that can fit 24 families was started on September of 2009. It is in its last stage of building, and hopefully the construction will be completed by June of 2011. After listening to the site manager's brief introduction of the build site and safety instructions, the team took a short trip to inside the house. Afterwards, job assigning started. Zarko, the director of the build site, assigns jobs and demonstrates how to do them. The man standing next to him is Milan, the GV manager of Macedonia. He takes care of every detail in the team. The first task given to Catherine and Daniel is shoveling. They have to move gravel that are piled up in one area to another. Mrs. Zarek is driving the wheelbarrow for the first time. She is not used to it yet, but she will get better. Another team went to sand inside the apartment.
I like this place. I wonder if that would be, that little room's got to be like the nursery, right?
Yeah. And if they have a baby? Oh.
And their bedroom?
Living room, kitchen.
Living room, dining room, everything.
Yeah. But we're working on like so many different apartments. How many of them are actually there?
Baby room, bathroom.
That's not kitchen. Right there.
The entryway, the closet?
Yeah. That's just like a closet.
This is for their parents.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna get to see in here. So what we're doing today is we are taking sandpaper and just brushing away all of these, whatever is uneven, making sure all of the walls are ready to be painted tomorrow.
Outside the apartment building, Christies are digging the hole.
So right now, my dad and I are trying to take all the rocks and stuff over here and get them out of here so that they can make a drain or something to go down into that pit over there.
Next to the Christies, Christian is working with a student from the Paris team.
Alright, me and Evan are filling some rocks. Filling a bucket with rocks. Very exciting. But it's hard. But it's heavy.
At 1 p.m., the team returns to the Habitat office, which is 1 minute away from the build site, to have lunch. The lunch break is for 1 hour, and they can choose between ordering fast foods and making their own food. This team chose to make their own food, with Miss Christie preparing for sandwiches and fruits.
Go see the dog.
Next to the build site are ordinary houses. This dog, Malco, is a Habitat dog. In September of 2009, when the workers first came to the build site to start the project, they found Malco as a puppy. Since then, the Habitat team took care of him, and now he became a big, handsome dog. After 3 more hours of work, at 4 p.m., the team headed back to the hotel and cleaned themselves off.
Is this video? Oh, hi! You have to tell us that. I know, because we all stop and smile.
Afterwards, they headed to the famous restaurant in Veles for dinner. After the dinner, they spent some time in town, walking and looking around. Mr. Christie is buying some water for all of the students. The students are chatting with their friend.
I say it to the tune of I like parts. Yes, I like parts. I love much.
and the other team leaders went on jewelry shopping. The town of Veles is small but active and crowded. People are kind and foods and commodities are really cheap compared to other European countries. After the short trip around the town was over, the team got onto the bus to be ready for the next day build. April 12th, Tuesday, 8 a.m. It's their second day in the build site. People continue the job that they had the last day. Sanding team keeps sanding. The digging team keeps digging. The 4 men from the team is all working for the trenches. It'll take the whole week to finish the trench. Other sanding team is working in another apartment. They are covered with white dust.
Well, we've been sanding since yesterday morning. We thought we were finished, but then we had to come back and really focus on the corners. And it doesn't sound like a hard job, but it is, because you really have to get in and sand away big globs of plaster. So it takes a long time, but we're doing it. We're getting there.
The sun gets stronger and the work continues. Girls that were working inside the building came out to the field for a different job. Their work is to move the gravel from one place to another. After the refreshing time of lunch, the team continued working for another 3 hours. Today, after the build, they are going to explore another part of Veles. They took a taxi to get to the Pantelimon Church. Church Pantelimon is a famous Orthodox church in Veles, placed in the hill of the city. It provides beautiful scenery of the mountains and valleys.
You're from